Hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Call of the Wild video. Now today's video is just a compilation of clips from the past couple of days, and boy oh boy do I have some cool stuff in here to show you. And we're starting off with something that I've been looking for a little while, and that is a level 5 moose that I actually found while hunting lynx on this multiplayer server for Medved. I had actually hunted moose in their drink time and didn't see this guy, didn't actually, search intensely around this area, and it was just pure luck that he was actually feeding here by this lake, and there was hardly any lynx here anyway, and that was just such a cool sight to see. Now, this is the rack specifically that I really wanted on a diamond moose, but only the day before I saw this rack troll someone, but it just looks so cool with those big front shovels, and I really was hoping that this guy would make diamond. Once again, low-level multiplayer servers just being awesome. This one, actually, the host had left and I became server host, which is why I changed it to Lynx time in order to try and see if I could find a legendary Lynx or a rare Lynx. And yeah, this guy just chilling out here was just so cool to see. And like I said, I really specifically wanted this rack as diamond because I think it just looks awesome. And to actually find this guy at night was kind of cool because it's something that I don't often do, is night hunt in this game. And it's something that with multiplayer I've decided to start carrying the night vision binos a lot more often now, because a lot of the multiplayers that I get into are at night, and I know a lot of people don't bother hunting in those sessions, and I seem to find a few good things just by hanging around in those sessions and seeing what I can find. But that moose actually just didn't really go anywhere. He kind of just ran around in circles until he fell. And yeah, that was really nice. Like I said, really wanted this to be a diamond, and I was just praying that this wasn't going to troll, because, like I said, I saw one troll someone literally the day before, and I've had this rack troll me before as well, or a very similar rack troll me before, and I just really didn't want him to troll. The fact that he took a little while to go down kind of worried me a little bit. I didn't see how it could be anything other than lung, and yeah, there was the vital blood. And yeah, I always like when they're quartering on like that, I do try to put it in the front of the chest, because either get heart, and if I miss heart, it tends to get single lung. And that's exactly what happened with this guy. But he just landed so perfectly so that you can see those antlers. The fact that antlers don't clip into the ground anymore, or hardly at all, it makes things look a lot cooler. And yes, he was a diamond. Not a massive diamond by any means, but a really nice diamond. And I just think that is such an awesome looking tree rack for the moose. So really pleased to have this guy for the lodge. Now, this clip here has to be one of the coolest clips I've ever taken in Call of the Wild. I came to this spot, which I tend to check in every single multiplayer looking for rare or bighorn diamond cape buffalo, and there was a absolutely huge legendary just chilling up here. This is that incredible feed spot that I've talked about for warthog and buffalo previously, and it doesn't fail to produce. I've had two diamonds up here at this point already, and then coming up here and seeing that massive legendary. And to me, it looked like the bighorns, even from that angle, and that made me really excited, because I really wanted a bighorns diamond cape buffalo. I'm also looking for rare cape buffalo and for a brown diamond cape buffalo, just because they look really cool. But I saw this guy, and I tried to get the herd to move a bit just so I could get a shot on him, and that female moved out of the way, giving me a clear shot. Now, this is a shot that normally I would not be scared taking with the 300, and I kind of forgot about the weird issues that the 300 has been having with not getting penetration. So I just took a shot that should have been a long shot, and this guy did not start to drop. He went aggressive, which was great. This ended up being the best thing he could have possibly done, but he wasn't dying. And I was like, oh no, I must have got the penetration glitch. Which it ended up that I did get the penetration glitch. That shot was dead on where it needed to be, but it didn't penetrate like even 1 centimetre into that buffalo. Now, you've probably seen me take longer shots even than that on buffalo and get into a lung pretty easily. So I was kind of like, oh no, this isn't great, because that's a bighorns. And I could see as soon as he started charging me, I knew it was bighorns. And I was like, oh my gosh, now I have one shot to take him down whilst he's charging, and it has to hit vitals. And then he knocked me for almost all of my health. And not only was he charging me, I had some others charging me as well. So I was trying to dodge around. I didn't want to start stopping to take shots at the other ones to try and get them down, because I find that the more I stop, that's when I get hit. So I was just trying to get one perfect shot on this guy. I tell you, this was so tense. You can see I'm really, really taking my time with this because it's a Bighorns Diamond Cape Buffalo. If I get, a non-vital hit or something like that, he's messed up and I've lost it. And so I just thought, right, just take your time, wait until I'm confident that I can put that shot into his lungs and get him down. And I was also worrying because his health had started to drop, and I was thinking, well, it's a flesh wound, it shouldn't kill him. Even though if it hadn't not got that penetration bug, it would have killed him already. He'd be down, and that was kind of frustrating at the time, and I was just like panicking so much. But like I said, now in hindsight, looking back at it, it's probably the coolest thing that's ever happened, and that pen bug was the reason that this ended up happening, because there's not a lot of people that can say they've been charged by a Bighorns legendary Cape Buffalo, and there, I managed to put that shot on him, and I saw the vital blood come up, and then he just died within a few seconds. So I ran backwards in order to try and lure the other ones sort of away from his carcass, and then I was going to run back round in a circle so that I could pick him up, and just at least pick him up and taxi him before getting killed by these guys, because I knew I was going to get killed. It was a matter of time, basically. So managed to lure them over there, and then ran over here very quickly to try and pick him up. And as I picked him up, quickly hit taxi, and realised that he was max weight, saw that I definitely did get that penetration bug there on that first shot, and then I was like, wait, I've been killed, hopefully that's going to keep me in the harvest screen, and obviously it fast travelled me back to the nearest lodge, and I was just like, oh my gosh, max weight Diamond Cape Buffalo. And I looked at that score and I was like, I think that's max score. And sure enough, someone confirmed it after that is a max weight, max score Diamond Bighorns Diamond Cape Buffalo. So how cool is that to take down an absolutely monstrous Cape Buffalo whilst he's charging? It just has to be one of the coolest things I've ever done in Call of the Wild. Like, it's just so awesome. I'm so pleased I actually have that guy. And I just couldn't stop looking at that. You can see that it just didn't even, like, it's not like I hit shoulder blade or anything, it just didn't get past the flesh. So that was really, really, really cool. Now you can see here I'm picking up some disturbed vegetation that says melanistic. Now this is one of the coolest things and one of the rarest things I've ever had in Call of the Wild, because as you can see there from the tracks I'm picking up, this is a melanistic European bison bull. Now I had never seen pictures of these guys. I knew they existed, I knew that there was albino and melanistic and also piebald, and I have a piebald female, and I really want a diamond male and, the other two rares. And this was, again, a multiplayer server that I became host of, so I changed it to European Bison Drink Time and picked up that track, and my heart, I was just like, really? A melanistic European Bison, and it's a male? Now, the first shot I took on this guy was just bad because I was like trying to account for the fact that he was trotting, so I wanted to get a second shot in him. I knew that first shot would probably kill him if it got into the guts, but I managed to get that second shot on him, and that was a really good second shot. But I just couldn't believe it, to find a melanistic European bison and for it to be at night. It was just so lucky that I clicked on that track and actually picked it up and saw that it was melanistic. Because like I said, I've never seen one. This is an exceptionally rare. This is like rare fox level rare. And I was just like, okay, this is something that has to go in the trophy lodge. I've got places that he's going on a full body mount because this is one of the coolest things. And I posted it, in all the social media groups for Call of the Wild, and I had people saying they've never seen one, never seen a screenshot of one, and it's just such a gorgeous rare. This is honestly, I love the big rares for like bison and moose and oh, he just looks so cool, especially with that little pink bit on his nose. It's just such a cool rare, and I was trying to get like a good screenshot of him here, so please forgive the slight jankiness of me trying to get a good screenshot against his fur. But it was worth it because that is just something you do not see. That is a really, really rare. And if you know me, you know that rares are one of the things I haven't. Like, there's rares for me and then diamonds. I prefer to have rares. And yeah, you can see that first shot was just too far back. But just look at him. The shine on that coat. It's just so majestic. I just couldn't believe I'd got him. And he is on a full body platform in the lodge because you can't just have that on a wall mount because that is just something really, really special. Like I said, I've never seen one before. I knew they existed, but I'd never seen any evident, like pictures of one or, videos of one. So I was so pleased to have that guy. Continuing the rare bison theme, I was on a Yukon Valley multiplayer, and actually I noticed the host had hunted the bison quite a bit by the looks of the map, so I almost didn't come here. But I spotted what looked to be a very light looking bison amongst this herd, and I wasn't sure if it was just the way the sun was hitting it, but then when I got the scope on it, I could see that that definitely was a leucistic female plains bison. Now, back when Yukon released, these guys weren't exceptionally rare. I've seen even still quite a few of them posted every few days on the groups, but they're not exceedingly common. The rare bison do actually they are a proper rare. They're not like the caribou were when Yukon released, where they are just everywhere. So I'm always really pleased to get rare bison, and I do have that melanistic bull that I shot a few videos ago. So now all I need for plains bison rares is an albino. And funny enough, on Xbox I had like two really nice male albinos, so I just really want to get another one for this account. But I just thought that looked so beautiful, that leucistic coloration against the red brush. So I desperately wanted to try and get a good screenshot of it. Sadly, I couldn't get the little bit of brush to go away from its face, but still, just beautiful. And I don't mind that it's a female because the bison females, obviously, they still have the horns. And on a wall mount, she's not going to look really any too much different to a bull. But yeah, I managed to get a nice long shot on her, and it was just another nice rare to add to the lodge and tick off the list. Now, the next three clips are all from different multiplayer sessions yesterday, all in the same location at this awesome Warthog feed spot. I won't talk all the way through them because it's going to be pretty much just saying the same thing over and over again, but I thought it'd be quite cool to just highlight how insane this spot is. So the first one there you can see me taking is a red female Warthog. Now, the red Warthog are a rare, and they were one of the rares that until very recently I'd never shot any of. So now I have two of those, and yeah, I just think they're a really cool looking rare because I think only the females can get it from what I've seen, and they're just really pretty looking in my opinion. And like I said, they're quite rare because I hunt Warthog quite a lot, especially coming to this zone, and I've only ever seen two in all the time I've played the game, both on PC and Xbox. And also, you can see here, again, like I said, it's a different multiplayer session, but the same spot, and that is an albino female warthog, which is something that I particularly was looking for the lodge, because, again, on Xbox I had loads of them, and on PC I hadn't got any. And yesterday just was a rare warthog day, because these were all within, one day, they were the same day, and to get the red and then an albino was just really cool. And then in a moment, you will see that not only did I get one red and one albino, I got a second albino, which is the way that Call of the Wild always goes. Now, unfortunately, there I did make a poor shot on her on the initial shot, but thankfully she came back and I did manage to put a second shot in her. But it doesn't matter too much actually getting a poor shot on these guys because they are just females, so the score doesn't really matter to me. It's just more about getting the rare fur type for the lodge. But again, just thought it'd be cool to actually show these guys off and just show how cool this spot is. And if you want the location for this spot, I do have a video called Insane Zone Locations you need to check out, and it is actually shown there. So make sure to check that if you want to see the spot, because I've had 2 diamonds here now and like 4 rares, so it's definitely worth checking out. Now this next rare is again a really, really rare to get in Call of the Wild, and that is a melanistic male level 6 jackal. Now, I'm going to apologise in advance for the shot I took on this thing. I thought I was okay, but I hit far too low. I was trying to get into a lung there whilst he was walking around because it is, of course, lion drink time when these guys drink. And I just was so worried because this is one of my favourite lion lakes. And the last thing I wanted to happen was a lion spook him. And because it is multiplayer, I think weird things happen. And so I just took that shot probably quicker than I should have. But in the end, he wouldn't have made gold anyway, so it's not a really big deal. As I said, with these guys, it's more about getting the rare fur type for me, unless they're like really big, of course, if they're like mythical or diamond level. But just how cool does that look? He is just gorgeous. Like I said, these are a proper rare. They're like rare fox because these guys are so small. You don't see a lot of them, and you can see how bad that shot was. So again, I'm really sorry about that shot. I felt so bad, but he would have only just been silver anyway. He wasn't even that really close to gold. But you can see I was trying to sort of go up into his chest there, and it just, the way he turned and everything, it just meant that the shot was just a bit too low. But even with a poor shot, these guys don't go very far, luckily. But I've had a melanistic jackal on Xbox, but I'd never had one on PC, so it was really nice to get one for the lodge. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon.